Hey, what's going on tonight, you guys? Give me all the thumbs up to let me know you are here. Share, share, share. It's Miss Vibrations. You know, the hostess with the mostest. I am in here with the lovely dating coach. Nicklove is here again, as always.
Thank you for having me again. You know, I always enjoy myself when I come by CCF. No, CSS?
No, it's
CCS. Okay. I just got off vacation, so I'm still on vacation mode.
Okay.
But thank you for having me. You
Thank
know that
you.
I'm Coach Nicklove. I'm a dating and relationship coach. I help my clients create a strategic dating plan so they can be successful at dating and date well. I always look at you because you hear me say it so much. I'm sure you can
I can
finish
sit
it for
here
me.
and basically say it for him and finish it for him. You know, he's dating Coach Nicklove. He's here. You know, he help his clients create a strategic dating plan, and you know, he just teaches you to get out of your way and create healthy relationships. Do I got it right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
So, how have you been since our little break? What's going on? Anything new? How's the clients? Everything?
Oh man, I've been great. Great. Just finished my semester.
Mm-hmm.
So I got one more semester, then I'll be done with my master's in social work, so I can become a therapist. Even though I'm already doing therapy right now.
Okay.
But, yeah, so I've been great. Just came back from Atlanta from visiting my best friend for his birthday. I usually always go down there this time of the year. His birthday is the week before Christmas. So.
How was it down there during COVID? Are they being safe down there with the Rona?
Everything is open down there.
Really? Y'all hear that? Everything is open in Atlanta.
The clubs are open. Yeah,
sorry.
everything is open. Yeah, we didn't go to any club. Well, we did actually go to a club.
We did. But y'all have medical, because I know when I went up to New York, we tried to go inside of a club as well. But, you know, they were looking at us like we were crazy because we had our masks on.
Get shut down.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. You guys give me all the thumbs up to let me know you're here. We are getting things together in here. I don't know what's going on. Sometimes Facebook won't let me be great. I'm starting to think that they're freaking jealous or something. You share it to the group and let me know that you are here, you guys, while we are getting everything together. We are going to get into religion and relationships. Just how you guys feel about religion and relationships. Does religion play a big part in your relationship today? I also have a secret that has come in regards to the topic. So that's what I'm liking today, that what's been going on lately. A lot of the secrets that I've been given have been giving the topics of tonight. You are religion and relationships. How important is it to you? So let's get into it. I'm not going to get to the secret just yet, though. But make sure you give me 100 thumbs up and share and get here and go with the dating coach. You know, dating made simple with Coach Nicklove. So there's somebody that I know as well. This is not the secret, but she's a Jehovah's Witness. He's a Christian. She married a Christian. She ended up marrying him. She said she loved him. You know, there's no differences. They've been together for 30-some odd years. But however, when she first met him and she went and took it to the church, you know, the Kingdom Hall as they call it, that she was shunned upon. Like, they shunned her out. She had to go back and do a whole lot of repenting for being with somebody that is that's not a Jehovah's Witness. There's someone else who's dealing with a guy that she's a Christian and he is Hebrew. So, you know, you guys, how does it? I personally know someone that is a Muslim and his wife is a Christian. He didn't, when he met her and got married, they weren't Christians. You know, they were just Christians. He didn't find his Muslim religion or anything like that at the moment. But however, during the marriage, he ended up transitioning over to being a Muslim. So he says that he doesn't, he respects their choices, she respects his. He does allow the children to like celebrate Christmas and stuff because he does want them to develop their own choice of religion, which I think is pretty good. What do you think about that before I finish? Like, that goes good with your communication and the deal breakers and things like that.
Well, yeah, I think always discussing expectations before you enter into a relationship and have agreements. And definitely when it's come to like an interfaith relationship, you definitely should discuss, okay, if we were to have children, how would that look? And what holidays would we celebrate? And would they attend, what is it for the Jehovah's Witness again? Kingdom Hall. Or would they attend church on Sunday? So I think have those conversations up front. I know a lot of people who have different religion beliefs. They sometimes they, like you said, they will let the children celebrate Christmas, but also practice whatever it is that the other religion practice and things like that. So I think you should let your children do both.
Okay.
Really, and then let them make the decision once they get older what religion they want to follow.
Right.
But definitely I'm big on like communicating expectations and just having those conversations up front. Figuring out like, okay, these are the beliefs of my religion that I treasure. What do you treasure about your belief, and how would your beliefs and how would that look once we get together?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that the communication is good. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm listening. I'm just trying to fix all the technical glitching that we are having. You know how I feel about that. Everything is live. We aren't scripted here, so that's the one thing I definitely love about it. Make sure you share it to the group, you guys. I definitely think so. Religion doesn't really matter to me as far as when it comes to relationships. I'm more spiritual than anything. Believe in whatever you believe in. I'm just like, don't force your beliefs on everybody else, because we're all different. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like people can come off to be the most judgmental people there is. You know what I'm saying? You have pastors out here that aren't even doing or walking the word, and we all are human and we all make mistakes. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, all right, practice what you preach, dude. But if you're not supposed to judge, don't judge me. Just be there.
Are your friends like around your age, or are they younger or older?
Older. They're older.
Oh,
It's a mixture.
Like
They're
older than like 40 or something like that? Because I was going to say, like, usually, like, as far as like millennials and stuff, a lot of them don't even consider themselves religious. Like you said, they consider themselves spiritual. So a lot of times with like people, I would say like, maybe, I think millennials go up to like 39, is it? I think so any 39 and under, a lot of those people, they don't even have this issue, because a lot of people are not like religious anymore. They consider themselves spiritual. So a lot of people are turning away from like religion and the church and things like that.
Just really looking at
and I think that comes from just like, being able to have their own mind and just getting to know themselves and be like, hey, God say you shouldn't do this. I don't feel like I shouldn't be able to do certain things. Like, as long as I know what's in my heart,
And because like, how can you say what God is going to say? Nobody really knows. You know what I'm saying? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you are here. You guys share and tag your friends. I don't know. The universe is not being great today, and I'm pushing through it. Okay, because I don't know what's going on.
Is it not private?
Over here.
Private still?
No, it's not private, but it was 1,000 people who tagged in it, and it didn't link the connection. So I think we have to change devices again. So that's why he's over there trying to work it out and do what he does. But we here. Let me know. Drop down, say hello to me. Don't be shy. Say whatever it is. We're getting into religion and relationships. Does religion play a big part to you in a relationship? How do you feel about it? I definitely would say I would prefer somebody that's spiritual, because I feel like when you're spiritual, it leaves room for growth. Different things that you can do. Religion is like, you're not supposed to do this. You got to go by this. This makes you this. Nobody can really tell you where you're going. Like I say it all the time in conversations. Nobody really can tell you where you're going after here, unless you didn't already been. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, stop the judging. Don't worry about it. And you can only worry about yourself and your own salvation and what you have going on. As far as my partner and in a relationship with a certain religion, be you. But don't expect me to be you. You know what I'm saying? However, if you being you and me being me causes a conflict, I think we should be able to walk away from it. You know what I mean? Like, that is religion really important? Hey, Brittany girl, let me know. Does religion play a part in your relationship? If your husband or boyfriend wanted to change religion beliefs from what you are, whether they were Christian, Muslim, Hebrew, worship Buddha, things like that, what would that do for you? Let me get into the secret that came in.
Ooh,
so
secret time.
Yes, the secret time. So they are Christian. He is Hebrew. He doesn't eat meat. It's different things that he doesn't do. He walks by different faiths. All of that. I don't know anything specifically about it. This is just a secret. I can only go off of the secret of what I'm told. However, she's been upset because she's like trying to kind of beating herself up about it because she likes him, she loves him, but it's looking like the relationship may end behind religion. You know what I mean? So, I mean...
So what is the main issue that's causing conflict, though?
Because I believe he wants her to become Hebrew.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
He wants her to convert. How long have they been together?
He wants her to convert. They've been together for about 4 years.
In this conversation, is it just coming up, or has this conversation...
It's come up before, and it wasn't an issue, but I guess because they were dating, things were going on, and it's getting more serious. So now that the relationship is getting more serious...
Are they engaged?
He wants her to convert. I think that that's probably what he wants to do. And that's probably why now it's becoming such a big, big issue. Right. You know what I mean?
So that's why I think it's very important to have these conversations early on. Like now you invested 4 years, your time, your energy, your affection, your love, everything. And now, like you said, that might be the case. He might be like, I'm not getting down on one knee and propose to this lady until
she converts.
Yes. That's big and like
that's big in their religion.
Yeah, to get the woman to convert.
It definitely is. It definitely is.
So now, what practices is it that she felt like she would be giving up? I mean, I guess she'd be giving up like her, like
meat. She can't eat. I know she can't eat meat. She would be giving up her God. That's a good question. You know, she didn't reveal that to me. All of that. Timothy Bond said that's a nationality, though. Right. So it sounds like that he may not even know what he is. Like I said, I'm not a religion expert. You know, as the secrets come in, they ask me to voice it, and I do it.
He wants to convert into become a Jewish.
Yeah.
Like Jewish.
Basically.
Judaism.
Yeah.
But I don't
know. That's a big thing. What do you think?
I think that they should have had that conversation. I think a lot of fires can definitely be prevented.
Okay.
Yeah, but like once you in that fire, so it's hard to put it out.
Okay.
So you have to prevent fires before they become a fire, and then you have to put it out. Now they really have to sit down and discuss a lot of things.
So what advice would you give her, you know, in this situation? Because she is a member of Candi Coated Secrets and things like that. So what advice would you give her? You know, he now wants her to go over to be Jewish or whatever. And she's a Christian, and she, you know, he doesn't want her to eat meat. It's like now he's trying to get her to conform.
I would ask her, is it a deal breaker for her? Is it a deal breaker for him? And they just need to really sit down and talk about their concerns. Really.
Okay, really sit down and just really figure out like what is it, how's it going?
Do they feel like? Does he feel like he can move forward? Does she feel like she can move forward
in the relationship?
Is she open to convert?
Is she open to convert? That's what he said. So have the conversation. See if you're willing to move forward. I try to see the comments, you guys. Let me see. Timothy, who's that? We saw Timothy. Neil. Hey, Neil. How you been? We're talking about some secrets, Neil, that came in. Religion and relationships. Would you be with someone that wanted you to change your religion, your religious beliefs? One of the secrets that came in, her boyfriend wants her now to become Jewish. You know, and she is a Christian. Hey, David. Hey, Lauren. Would you guys be with someone that is wanting you to change your religious beliefs from what you believe in? Like I said, I'm more spiritual than anything. You know, y'all know I'm free as a bird. I can't have nobody come along trying to lock me in no cage. That's going to cause a conflict in itself, you know, without the religion, you know. So it's just like, I definitely think, you know, he's on the line of wanting to propose to her. I'm assuming because now with the information that she told me, it is definitely all of that. Lauren said Judaism is the religion, not Jewish. Yeah, you know, we're not religious experts. I'm just telling you what the secret was, you know. And I definitely think because of that, if she's watching, I definitely think that she should do the research on it, you know, you know, and research it to see what it could be. Because look at Lauren. Lauren just gave us all some knowledge about something, you know. So look at it. See what you would be giving up, girl. You got to see what you would be giving up. You would have to see if it's worth it. And then, you know, because at this point, you're compromising yourself with your boyfriend, even though he may be on the urge of wanting to propose. We will never know. So like I said, Neil said, yeah, I agree with what he said, it depends. If it's a deal breaker to you, for me, I can't deal because religion, go up, go down, because religion is important to me. So Neil, why is religion important to you? Why is it important to you? Lauren said, I think it's a big deal if you're religious. Okay, and yeah, I'm with that too. I'm with that too, Lauren. I think that it could be a big deal if you are a religious person. You know, I'm spiritual. Are you religious? What would you consider yourself?
I'm spiritual.
You're spiritual?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Are you guys spiritual or religious? Like, let me know. So we can just have a better understanding, you know what I mean? So I definitely think it's cool. Now, Neil just said something that is important, but I also, it makes me raise my eyebrows sometimes because it says being equally yoked. And you talk about that as well, too, when it comes to dating, making sure that you and the person are like, have the same intentions, right? But this being equally yoked stuff, like, I have an issue with that. I like, before I speak, can somebody tell me what is being equally yoked? Because it's different to everybody. That's just how I feel. It's different to everybody. But what is being equally yoked? Because people change in a relationship all the time. And it may not be for religious reasons. It may be for differences. It may be we started off on the same page and it was a great run for the first 5-10 years. And then it just changed. You know what I mean? So, like, what qualifies you to really know if you are equally yoked when people are constantly changing? I think that morals and values and your integrity is more important to be yoked. You know, Bonds Timothy Bonds said morals and values. You know what I mean? Come on, Coach, give me some, Coach.
I think when you say equally yoked, people, there's many
levels.
Different being equally yoked, like definitions for it. Like some people might say I need to be equally yoked spiritually or financially in different areas of the relationship. So it really, like you said, it just really depends
on what your yoke is.
Yeah, because we all have our different whatever we need. We all have our own like internal compass. Like, so what's good for me might not be good for you. So again, it always, for me, you know, always come back to like
communication,
expectations, agreement.
Expectations, agreements. Oh, you got the wrong hang. Expectations, agreements.
That's what it basically boils down to. Like,
too much noise in the audience.
Do you see like the same thing that you're looking for? Like,
yeah, definitely. I definitely think for this communication communication is definitely huge. I'm trying to say something because of the simple fact that, you know, she could possibly use the boyfriend that she was with for 4 years. You know what I'm saying? And I know that probably is very hard. What does he say? Let's go to the comments. Lauren said, for some people, it could be the way that you were raised. Neil said, things like being compromisable, things that are important, family values, work goals, and etc. Okay, so that's what he says, equally yoked seems to be to him. Scroll back up, producer. Let's see who else we got in the building that has some comments. Lauren says she agrees with Nick. And what else? Yeah, so Nick looked like the people are on your side, right? And she also said that she is very spiritual and all of that. Neil, are you religious or are you spiritual? Let me know. Are you religious or are you spiritual, you guys? Give me all the thumbs up and share it for me. Share the group in the show if you can. You know, we have our technical difficulties, but we good. I'm feeling the shift has come. The shift has come. I think how people are raised, like what she said, can play a part in it as well. Because how you were raised can also have you stay in something that you shouldn't be in. Just, you know what I mean? Let's talk about that, Coach, before, because next we're gonna get into this trauma bonding. You know, Coach gonna let y'all know if y'all need to be gone out of these relationships.
Your question is what about trauma bonding, or is it?
It's about the religious to go with trauma bonding. Could they go together?
I think they could go together. I mean, I think it would come down to like how you were raised. Like, if you were raised in a religious household, then you might want someone that's religious like you. You know, you might not want someone that's spiritual. You might want someone that kind of have more so of like that religious background. Okay. So I think, I mean, it's again like definitely have these conversations. Yes. See what are their expectations. Are they willing to come to church with you sometimes on Sunday, maybe? Yeah, and then who says you gotta just go to church on Sunday? Yeah. Me, I spend time with God every day. What did she say? Scroll up, let me see the comment.
Timothy Bond said, I think religion was created for power and control. What do you think?
I think religion has been used to control people, definitely. Yeah, that's why I feel like a lot of millennials are, you know, coming into their own, doing research on their own and figuring out like, hey, this is meant to control me.
Okay.
Why are women not equal as men?
Yeah.
And when it comes to like the Bible and stuff like that, why can't you have multiple wives but I only can have one husband?
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So I think people are just coming into their own selves and realizing like, hey, this is controlling. This doesn't seem fair.
It doesn't seem fair at all.
Yeah.
And the one thing, you guys, I don't know if y'all seen it. I'm sorry, I'm sharing. I don't know if you guys saw it, but somebody sent it to me too. It was, and I'm not over in Nigeria or Africa to know exactly what's going on. Oh, you know, but Lauren, you've been to Africa. You know, maybe you could chime in on this one. And it was this pastor, and apparently he, from the video, he is making women, in my eyes, have an orgasm in a bucket. Under the, did you guys see that? I swear I'm not lying. You ever seen that?
No.
Well, okay, I'm gonna find it. And somebody sent it to me, and it's another man. He's standing there, he's preaching, he's saying whatever he's saying, and then the women are going with their panties off and stuff. Their dresses are down, of course, but he sticks his hand under their dresses, and they have this bowl where everything is going into like this bowl or bucket, and you know some women start having seizures.
So
and
he's that good with his fingers?
He does it with his hands.
He's that good. Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Why?
Is this in a church?
It was in a church over there in like Nigeria or Africa somewhere. I don't really know, but I just know that it was sent to me, and it was like, did you see this? Like, this would go great with your discussion tonight. And I was just like taken away, and I can't really show it because I don't want, you know, Facebook like to flag you for everything. You can have a difference in opinion and Facebook gonna flag you. So, and that actually is so. The other guy, I guess it would be the deacons and all of that, are there with the buckets and putting it under, and it's women of all ages. But the people's opinions, they were saying like,
so would they drink it?
I never got to see what they do with it. I don't know the purpose of it, but I would hope they wouldn't be drinking it. But it's just like some people are just taking it a little too far, and it goes to what you're saying as far, and Timmy saying is control. That could be.
Yeah, and I mean it's controlling. Like that's their culture. I don't really know about it,
right.
So like you can't. So it's hard to compare your culture to someone else's culture.
Absolutely.
Like some cultures sacrifice animals or maybe their daughters or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, if it's African diaspora, then I mean it might be something different. That's like a spiritual, like that's like African spirituality.
Okay.
African diaspora, so like their stuff is different.
Okay. Do you know anything specifically about it, or just that there is a difference?
Yeah,
because I'm learning. You know, we gonna preach one, teach one round here. Okay, give me a heart and a thumbs up and let me know you here.
Yeah,
straight
like,
up.
African diaspora. Yeah, it's 7 different energies, which would be gods. Yeah. And they're more in tune with, like, you know, being black and stuff, and, you know, etc. It's showed a lot in Black is King.
Okay.
That movie. Yeah, so basically it's like a religion, but you have to be inducted into it by somebody that's like
of higher power.
That's in it. And then like depending on who you are, it's like the gods or one of the 7 energies, they have like numbers and stuff, and like that's that number. Like they have like a specific number. Like I know the one guy Obatala, his like color's white and it's 8, and then I know the Oshun is like something, and she deals with like bees, and that's what Beyonce is, and like Jay-Z, and you know he's Ogun. Yeah, so like he is so cute.
He's so earthy. He is so cute.
No, but like it's really different. Like they're like the gods. Like
okay. So it's like you're like worshiping energy and different things. Even way I don't know. Clearly, producer know. He's in that lane and still in school, so he should know. Amen to that, y'all. But you know, I mean, I know some topics and different things are a little iffy, and a lot of people don't like to touch them. But you know, us here, we expose it all and tell nothing because we are also open to learning here at Candi Coated Secrets. So you know, just to the young lady with the secret that's battling with the guy, I say you weigh your options. Coach say you should have talked about this a long time ago.
I mean, yeah, but
You
it's
know,
never too
things
late
like
to
that.
go come to the table and discuss your expectations and your and come to an agreement. It's never too late. Even though it's much easier to prevent a fire than put one out. But I mean, you just gotta put more energy into putting that fire out.
Okay.
So it's never too late to discuss your expectations and your concerns and stuff.
Okay, and I want to say shout out to you for the secret that allowed me. This is my first time ever discussing anything religious or have anything to do with it, and just how it affects relationships. So shout outs to you for letting me do this, because now I could probably do some more research on different things. You know, I try to cater to everybody as much as I can. So thank you. You know, you guys, thanks for y'all following and battling with us through this. But we're going to get over to trauma bonding, something that we know about. and in relationships.
Probably all familiar with that.
So tell me about trauma bonding. What about trauma bonding?
Yeah, so I know a lot of people, you probably heard this. I mean, it comes up in conversations now. It's probably like a trending term now, trauma bonding. But trauma bonding is a strong emotional attachment between an abuser and the victim.
Okay.
So
it sounds like it's like could be a little similar to Stockholm syndrome.
It is. Yes, some
Okay.
people look at it as Stockholm syndrome. It's similar to that.
Okay.
It's just that Stockholm syndrome was kind of more so debunked like a while ago, so
Okay.
people don't really refer to that as much anymore.
Okay.
But it's like basically a cycle of violence.
Okay.
That's what trauma bonding is. It's really a cycle of
Okay.
violence. And so what causes trauma? Like, what do you feel like causes the trauma bonding?
I think what causes a trauma bonding is a lot of times when you can meet somebody and you guys go to share your experiences and the things that happen and occur to you in life, and then that will make you say, oh my God, he or she, they get me. You know, that they understand. Right. You guys know what I'm talking about? It's like they get me, they understand it. When it's like, do they get you, or are they understanding your pain? Are they talking to you, or are they talking to your pain? Or are they talking to your trauma? You know what I mean?
Right.
And a lot of times we bond and we can become connected to people, whereas it was like, you know, you should have stayed away because that was trauma. That wasn't love, that was trauma. And that's how you guys got in tune with each other. You guys tell us, what is trauma bonding to you? What do you feel as though it may be? And have you ever experienced it?
Yeah, and trauma bonding, it could be, I think it can be similar to that. I know when I would hear, at first when I started hearing trauma bonding, I was thinking like, oh, it's two hurt people that come together.
Okay.
But really, what causes trauma bonding is like a past history of abuse or exposure to it that can make a person more likely to get involved and form trauma bonds. So, for instance, people who experience some form of neglect or abuse from childhood, basically, and they may normalize it because it's familiar to them. So when you are in a relationship with someone who's behaving like this way, and this abusing you or neglecting you or devaluing you and all that stuff, it seems normal to you. So you're familiar with it.
Right.
It's like it's normal for you. It's like the chaos is just really normal. It's familiar chaos.
It's like being addicted to dysfunction.
Yes, it's really much like that. You know, and some unhealthy patterns is inconsistent.
We know a lot of people. Come on, one of them. What is it? A pattern. He said one of them is being inconsistent. I know a couple trauma. That's a trauma bonding person.
Invalidation.
And we know a couple people that could be invalidation. Devaluation.
Yeah, all of that. You know, and equating abuse with what someone would call love. You know. Yeah. So it seemed like love to you because it's familiar. It's that familiar chaos that you experience from your family, basically your childhood.
In the Miss Shalee movie, came out a few years ago, she was saying that her it's how the movie opened up because her relationship with Dr. Dre, it opens up with her neighbor beating like the guy.
Was she younger? Woman. I can't even remember that.
Yeah, she was like 8, and then she was walking down the street with her aunt, and then they stopped, and then she was like, Ansley, what are they doing or whatever? And then she was like, if a man ever does that to you, then he loves you.
Oh, that's what her mother told her?
Oh, yeah.
That's what her aunt told her. And then you saw that she went on to go and be with Dr. Dre and then Suge Knight.
So then,
But she put her hands on them.
So then, yeah, that does go to, like you say, it goes to what we see and different things that we perceive. Because some people do believe that they don't love you unless they beat you.
Wait. Yeah, and then it goes back to last week to what you said
What I say?
about spanking children.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Producers be paying attention.
Absolutely, yeah. So that's why I am definitely against spankings, because I feel like it sends a mixed signal to your child. It's like, you know, I'm going to inflict physical pain on you, and then I'm going to tell you I love you later on.
Yeah.
So a lot of times people can end up being an abuser or being a victim in those relationships. You know, in the violent relationship. And it definitely ties into attachment style. Like, trauma bonding reflects an attachment style.
Can you tell us about all the attachment styles again?
Mm-hmm. So that's the main 3 attachment styles: secure, avoidant, and anxious.
Okay.
So if you're experiencing trauma bonding, you either have an avoidant attachment style or an anxious attachment style.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys catch that? We here to share the knowledge. Lauren, she said they get addicted to the euphoric feeling and adrenaline rush from the trauma. And Lauren, we talked about that a little bit last week when everybody was like, "What is trauma bonding? What is trauma bonding?" And I remember I said, you know, once upon a time, I used to love. Remember, I was like, it was like you get a rush like. That person that sets your soul on fire, but you know you're not supposed to do it. You know, I know you're not no good for me, but I'm gonna keep calling you anyway, or hanging out with you. You know, Jasmine Sullivan said it best when she said, even though he don't treat me right. You understand? Mm-hmm. It's just like, I know he don't treat me right, but he got the perfect body.
Right.
You know?
And the thing is, when you say even, you keep calling them, and sometimes they probably don't take your call.
Mm-hmm.
So when they do pick up your call, that's just the reinforcement, and that's your reward.
But you know,
so I'm gonna get to that a little later, though.
But it's some, you know, girls is like that. Like, I have a friend, and it was at the time I was talking to this one girl, like, she was saying, "No, you gotta make her want you. Like, ignore her text all day, and then you don't respond until late in the afternoon." And then I'm like, "What?" And then she was like, "Yes, like, that's how I am."
That's love bombing.
I said,
yeah.
See,
so love bombing and trauma bombing is kind of similar. Yeah, you give people a reward. It's breadcrumbing, basically. You give them enough so they won't starve to keep them around.
And that's good, because you guys, I'm just excited because we get to learn that we're grown dealing with this, but to hear that this is going on in the teenage world, you know, from the producer that. You know, why is this little 16, 17-year-old little girl,
16,
it started in childhood.
You know, feeling like, you know, you gotta want me, I gotta ignore you, like, you know, that's a problem. That's a problem.
It started in childhood. Most people attachment style is formed by the age of 3.
Okay.
So when it's not good to really ignore a baby cry.
Okay.
Even if they might just want to be held, it's good to make sure you attend to your child's needs.
Okay.
Because that's when their attachment style is forming.
Okay.
You know, they need that caregiver there to be there to meet their needs when they need them, and not leave them crying too long. But you know how I'm always talking about chemistry can get you in trouble.
Woo! And it also make you feel good.
Right. It can make you feel good. Right. But I'm always
Coach,
about.
Hold on, y'all. Commercial. Coach, don't be trying to. I'm single as a Pringle. Don't be trying.
It's good.
I'm just saying, because you know he having his shady moments. Yeah, but you don't.
No,
Coach,
it wasn't a shady moment at all.
Go ahead, Coach.
What I was going to say is that, you know how I always talk about how you should wait to have sex. I'm an advocate for like no sex before exclusivity, and I always let people know that, especially with women, when you have sex too soon, you can get attached because of the
high levels of oxytocin.
Oxytocin, yes. When you're a woman and you have sex, you emit high levels of oxytocin, which is the bonding chemical. So you can get attached to the wrong person too soon. Okay. So the thing called chemistry is really familiar. Okay. Again, that familiar chaos. You know, reminds us of that relationship that we may have had with our parents or our caregiver, you know, and we mistake that dysfunction for love.
Yeah, I guess you can. And it also goes into like the experience that you've experienced from different relationships. Because you know you can you know what I like to say, you guys. Y'all know my favorite saying here. Life is like one big classroom, and everybody comes along to teach you a lesson. and you, sometimes you just gotta hope that you woke enough to pay attention to it, because it's like we're all characters playing a role to just come on and be better and treat each other right. You know what I mean? And a lot of times the things that we do see keep us in these situations. And I see the next part is children. And I feel like a lot of people use children as a reason to sometimes stay in these trauma bonding relationships. Come on, Coach.
Well, well, that could be a possible reason that some people say, you know, but I was going to touch on like children and trauma bonded relationships learn one thing very well.
Okay.
And that's to justify their partner's behavior, keep secrets, blame,
and they ain't candy coated.
Blame themselves and protect their abuser. So again, it goes back to like when children, they're protecting their mom or parents, they're justifying, oh, she does this or he does this because of this. I made them act that way. So they blame themselves, so they carry that into their adult relationships. And then when the abuser is abusing them, they're like, oh, well, he didn't mean to do it. Yeah. Or I walked into the punch or something like that.
I walked into the kitchen cabinet. Right. How you walk into this kitchen cabinet?
Absolutely.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And I think sometimes if you are in a, you know, she said that's a touchy subject. What's a touchy subject? Lauren, tell us. I often think that could be it too, because it's like you also should have some people around you that can help you, to push you, to be there for you, to get you out of a chaotic, abusive, trauma bonding experience relationship.
I think that, yeah, people should be supportive and support you and be there, but usually it takes you to be ready.
Candi Coated Secrets once said people will cheer you on to be in something that you don't want to be in. Something like that.
Yeah, that's inspiration. So I always say people will root for you to stay in a situation that they know that they know isn't producing anything good for you.
Or they might not be rooting for you because they know it's not. They might be rooting for you because they have a dysfunctional way or a cycle of abuse within themselves.
Yeah, or you can have your friends who are in things and they just like, well, you know, girl, that is, you know, he's still a good man. I hate when people say stuff like, this person, or she's a good woman, or he's a good man. If I gotta tell you that I'm crying at night, you know what I'm saying? He ain't coming home, or she not coming home, or she's cheating, or he's cheating. You know, how is it because you see a picture posted of us smiling, you'll be able to say, girl, y'all are such a good couple, boy, you know, you got you a good one. When if you're my friend, or you know what's going on, you know that this isn't conducive. Why not say, hey, you may not want to hear this, but, you know, I really don't like, you know, what you are choosing to put yourself through. I don't know why you're doing it. I can't do for you what he or she can do for you at night, but I'm here for you. So I think a lot of times people don't really have support from, you know, I used to be a cop. So with that, when I used to go on a lot of domestic calls, I came across a lot of guys who were with women that just always called the police on them to get them locked up. And she knew that the minute that he went to jail, she was going to be bailing him out and things like that. And at that same time, I used to ask them, like, if you know she going to call the police on you and she called the police on you every week, why do you keep dealing with her? And a lot of them was like, I don't have nowhere to go. My parents are deceased. You know, my family, I don't have a lot of family. You know, I don't have a lot of friends.
Well, she trauma bonded them. The beginning of the relationship was good, and they're trying to get back to that.
Yeah.
So that's what they do. You know, these relationships are usually, they are quick. They are intense. It's like love. It's really like love bombing. Yeah. Really, like
too fast, too soon,
and it feels like chemistry, but it's just a cycle of abuse you're creating.
So
that familiar chaos.
It feels like chemistry, but it's really chaos.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It really is, yeah. So it's kind of like, sometimes when I'm explaining this to people, I try to explain to them, it's like slot machines, you know. Slot machines can actually help you understand trauma bonding.
Really? Y'all hear that? Wait a minute. Now, this is for people who like to gamble now. They might feel away.
Oh, they might feel away. But so slot machines works on this thing called intermittent reinforcement.
Oh.
And that's just a fancy way to say, you really don't know when the reward is coming and you don't really know how big it's going to be.
That's deep, Coach. Y'all hear that? Repeat that, Coach. Repeat the whole thing. The whole thing. Slot machines.
So slot machines work on something called intermittent reinforcement.
Intermittent reinforcement.
Yeah. And that's just like, again, a fancy way of saying you don't know when the reward is coming, or you don't know how big it's going to be. So people stay And like it's like breadcrumb. You want that full slice of bread, but they keep giving you a little bit, and you don't know when you're gonna get the reward. But then the cycle of abuse come and give you a little bit, and then you're back at square one. It's really that cycle of abuse,
Mm-hmm. It goes around.
The inconsistent rewards become the cycle of the trauma bonding.
So
it's the key element.
So that would be kind of also like, like you said, you ignore my phone calls, but then you pick up. It's
then
like
you pick up. I call you 25 times, but you pick up on the 30th time or something like that.
Yeah.
And then
it's
like, oh, I'm happy.
Hey.
So then you are really programming your brain
Hello.
to keep going after that and go after that. And it's probably something you trying to please your mommy or daddy from when you was a child.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lauren said that that's kind of touchy as far as staying in a traumatic relationship because of children. Okay, Lauren, elaborate, because I feel like, why is it touchy? Because people are doing that. It's a lot of people that's, saying, I'm staying because we have these kids together, but I'm so unhappy. You know what I mean? Or they wait until all the children are grown, and then you freaking... let me tell you all the secrets, because that goes with this, with Lauren said. I know somebody that is married, and they have been married, they're part of CCS, it's anonymous, and they are married. And we've had a conversation, and they're like, I've been with this woman, I've been with her, I've been married to her for about 32 years, okay? We have our last child. Our last child will be graduating high school this year. After my child graduates, I am leaving this marriage. And I'm like, well, does your wife know that? No, she thinks everything is peaches and cream. I don't cheat on her. I come home. We've even gone to marriage counseling. But I know I'm leaving. And I'm like, well, why did you stay? Because we had children, and I didn't want to deal with the fact of my children not having a two-parent household. But now that they are all grown and off to their own lives, I am now capable of leaving and not being put on child support.
But
I think that's
not being on child support. So it was for him.
It's for him. So you know what I'm saying? Some people will stay, in relationships that they aren't happy in. And like he said, he doesn't mess around on it. He used to, but he probably still is. But he said he used to. He has.
Is he really doing it not to be on child support? You think?
I don't know.
But either way, I think that even though
children as an excuse,
they gaslighted himself. But that's one thing that
Coach said he's not here for it. You gaslighting yourself. You gaslighting
people
yourself.
that been trauma bonded is good at one thing. That's gaslighting themselves, lying to themselves. Number one, I think when it comes to children, they might be in a two-parent household, but if you and your wife not happy, the kids can see that. So you are teaching them, even though they not. I mean, you can co-parent and be in separate homes, of course,
absolutely,
and still teach them how healthy relationships work. But what you're teaching them is to remain silent and just put up with it
and sacrifice their happiness.
Yeah. So
she said that's selfish.
That is selfish, especially when he added the part about not wanting to be on child support. That's selfish.
Well, these are the people that's in the world. Reach one, teach one. You just got to get everybody to get better. Give us all the thumbs up to let us know you are paying attention tonight. Also, really quick, look at my glass, Candi Coated Secrets glass. A Shop Simply Fake Designs made this for me. It's not complete. I have different things. I'm going to have different sets for you guys, for the members and everybody. Because it looks like if you haven't voted, go over to the announcement section and make your vote for which show to bring back, because it's looking like the show that's coming back for 2021 is going to be Happy Hour Monday. Okay?
Ooh, nice.
So that show is straight from work straight to happy hour. You don't gotta get jazzy. We coming from work, and this is what it is. We're gonna have a drink, kiki, talk about our day, have some freaking fun, and get into some things. Also, if you have Clubhouse, make sure you follow Miss Vibrations on Clubhouse. It is not for all the foolishness, but I will be doing, I have a room for behind the secrets. For once the shows are over, we chit chat, we can talk and get into some things. And yeah, you actually, because you know some people don't like their voices or to be seen on camera. This way you can actually talk to me and talk to other people and other members. It's a few members in there already that has it. Thank you guys for following me. And we can get into some things and really have a conversation and laugh and have fun. It's really dope, but it's definitely not for foolishness. You know, and be careful, like I said, who you let in, because if they get in trouble, you get in trouble. So, you know, we know how I feel about that. Lauren said, okay, Nick, fire. She said, okay, for what she was saying. So, make sure you go ahead, you guys, and check that out. I see you. But yeah, I have new merch coming soon. Thank you guys for all the donations. You know, you've been helping me build my show. I put my Cash App down there, Candi Coated Secrets, for more donations. If you want to send them to help out, I appreciate it. I did my first adopted family Christmas with Shantae Monet and Shop Simply Fake Designs. We were able to give a family some gifts and clothes and stuff for Christmas this year. So hopefully next year we're gonna do something else. Also this Friday, myself along with what is it, Simply Naked Skincare, and you know Dorian, who was here, Dorian, we're going out on Christmas afternoon to feed the homeless. Mm-hmm. So you know, if you guys want to contribute to that or anything like that, that's what we're doing. And you know, a member, you know, I won't put it all out there, but a member also, like I said, you never know who God will bring around you. We were in on live just playing around the other day on Instagram, and you know, two people even that she doesn't even know, and one whom I don't even know, was able to give her a couple $100 donation for her Christmas. So I just want to say thank you guys for just even following me and believing in me and going with me along my journey and helping me build my show with all the technical difficulties, and just, you know, giving to people, because that's what I like to do. Inspire, give. You know, you give back, it comes back to you 10 times full. So just shout outs to everybody that's donated. Make sure you go to www.candicoatedsecrets.com. Check out the website. You know, you can even leave comments on there, you guys. And I just want to say I appreciate you. Back to you, Coach. Did y'all like that? Did you like it?
I did. That was really nice.
Yeah,
that's really nice with y'all. Yeah, I saw you like on Instagram doing like your drop offs.
Yeah.
That was really nice. Yeah, that was big. But one thing like that a bonder can do to get like people, how they draw their partners in. It's usually very intense. They use charm and charisma. Oftentimes, again, it's really quick. Like I said, it's like love bombing.
It's fast.
Like if it's fast. If it's too fast. Too fast.
Y'all,
too
fast, too soon, too furious ends even faster. And you know what though, Coach? A lot of people don't even know that that's what they be doing though. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people aren't even aware, so that's why it's okay.
Because it's that normal.
Yeah.
It's that normal.
They come in like a thief in the night, trying to walk away and steal all your stuff.
They don't even know.
And
some
they
people,
don't even
like
know
some trauma, like even like when people are love bombing, some people not even aware that what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. What is it that you think that they don't even think that they know? Do you think that it's because nobody may have brought it to their attention, or people have brought it to their attention and they may
the
not
other
want to
people that
hear
they're
it?
in a relationship with probably don't even know.
Okay.
So I mean, I think it's just they both are unaware.
Okay, he said so. Both of y'all are just unaware. Yeah, I'm definitely. You know, my coach always tells me too soon, too fast is going to end even faster. Too soon is a red flag. Pay attention, and if you sit quiet long enough, somebody will tell you everything you need to know about who they are.
You know what I say?
Go ahead.
Crazy
can't hide the closet longer than 10
minutes. So that's why it's good to actually date people, get to know them before you jump into a relationship, and before you jump in bed with them.
Yeah.
So it's definitely.
Oh, Coach, he had me. He had me till he said that. You know, Coach, not everybody want to wait, Coach. No, but
then your oxytocin goes off, and then you get attached to the wrong person, and then you end up in these trauma bonding relationships.
You're attracting fucking crazy yo, and don't even know why you attracted them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, what's the rush? If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Get to know them.
Get to know them.
Yeah. Once the crazy come out, you might be like, you know what? That's not for me.
Yeah.
Keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
Get your new piece. That's what you was about to
I
say.
was gonna say, get you one. If you need sex, get one sex buddy. Have him just for that, or have her just for that, and date other people.
So, all right. So, what do you say about this? Because this is a secret. This is obviously you got me telling a whole bunch of secrets tonight, Coach. Coach got me telling a whole bunch of secrets that I ain't even get to tell y'all yet. So, you know, but I don't even think that there's anything bad with this secret, though. She's seeing a guy. She knows that he has everything that she doesn't know that she doesn't want to be with. She knows he's attractive. She likes him. He's fun. All of that. But there's other things in it that makes her not want to. She's like, I can't see myself with him. You know, he lets her know, I can't see myself with you. But it's fine. So is that okay to do as long as the mission stays the same?
I mean, they friends with benefits, right?
Okay, so Coach said that's friends with benefits.
I don't usually
but I
like
think that's a
friends
waste of time.
I mean, but are they dating other people?
No.
I mean, I don't recommend friends with benefits. I recommend if you're gonna have someone have a F buddy. That's it.
Buddy.
But don't get to know them. Like I say, date other people and things like that.
Coach is here for it. Coach said not today. Not today.
But just, I mean, yeah, like you said, it's taking up too much of your energy. Like when you are hanging out with them, going out to dinner with them. For what? If you know it's not going to lead to nothing.
So you should probably open up to seeing somebody else.
I mean, yeah, if they both know it's not going to go anywhere and they both are saying that, why would you just date that person?
Okay.
Yeah. You know, I'm all about dating multiple people anyway.
Yeah, date one. What they said, I seen the meme that said, date them all until someone shows you consistency. Period.
Well, hopefully, yeah. I mean,
Why,
hopefully they
gosh?
showing you consistency, like when you're dating people. But
She look. Lauren said that is a waste of time for sure. That's what I'm saying, Lauren. I definitely think that's a waste of time. But it's like it depends on what you want. You know what I mean? I always say having standards and knowing what you want is not a bad thing if you meet the right person that's on the same page. It's when we try to stay with these trauma bonding people that we know isn't good and we're only communicating in okay because we're connecting through pain that we have issues.
right. But what can you do about trauma bonding? Like,
Coach is not
what
here
to
for
do?
it. He's
No,
like,
I'm saying,
no. Coach, y'all know how Coach is.
No, I'm like,
Coach is like,
okay.
no, you too many excuses for me.
Well, I think like with trauma bonding, it's a little different because you might not realize it, but eventually, you got to call it what it is, you know.
Okay, so what do you do
So-
when this happens?
Acknowledge that it's happening. Acknowledge that it's abuse. Call it what it is, and say to yourself, "I'm in an abusive relationship." Acknowledge it. No, I'm serious. It's, you know, like what they say, like because trauma bonding is like addiction, really. It's like addiction. So like.
Right, here you go. No, yeah, that's true. That's
trauma
funny you
bonding
said that.
is like addiction. Like it's setting off like your dopamine and all of that stuff in your brain. So you have to. What's the first step in addiction or recovery? Acknowledging it, admitting that you are an addict, or in this case, admitting that you are in an abusive relationship.
You gotta
I'm
admit
in an
it.
abusive relationship. Some people don't like to hear that.
Yeah.
So when they say I am being abused, sometimes that's a slap in the face. Like, because some people don't look at it like that.
Yeah.
Because this is their normal.
Yeah, yeah, and that's one thing that I talk to with my coach about when we go to it. If you go and you complain, it's like you know that you're not liking what he's doing. You know that you're not liking how he treats you, but because he apologized and made it seem like he understands, you go back. And it's like, then you're back on this roller coaster ride. And she's always like, well, you know what I say? You know, when they do that, and it's something you don't like, and you keep going back, when you go to call whoever you call and say, he ain't come home, and add at the end of it, and I like it. You know, she hurts my feelings, and I like it. You know, he's very inconsiderate. He doesn't consider me anymore, and I like it. So whatever the issue is, she says, add, and I like it on the end of it, because sometimes you got to figure it out so you can hear it. It makes no sense, because it can't be both. It can't be both. So shout outs to you, Coach. Because I say that shit often with everybody. I use it for everybody now.
And I like it.
Yeah, and I like it. It's really good.
I think that we all have our different coaching styles. I would just say, like, to say, and I like it, would be to blame myself.
Yeah.
I feel like,
Another distraction.
if you're saying that I like it, you're saying it's my fault. Like, I'm doing this because I like it. You're doing this because your mind is wired like that, and this is all you know.
Well, yeah,
And
well, this is
yeah.
definitely a technique for people who want better, who's trying to
Right.
acknowledge the issues. That's why you have a
Right.
coach to help you get through the things to say,
Right.
you know, and I like it because really saying I like it doesn't mean that you like it. It's just like, get out of it. Do something about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't keep complaining.
I think it's
and not
easier
doing
said than
anything.
done. I think the
Definitely.
first step definitely is to acknowledge it. The second one that I would recommend is to definitely do a deeper dive into your own attachments.
Okay.
Look at your, you know, I'm big on like relationship autopsies. Look at each relationship, see the trends that you're, see the trend with all of your past, because you don't have 5 bad relationships, you had the same bad relationship 5 times. So do a relationship autopsy, see why do you keep attracting the same person, and then look at that childhood trauma. Maybe it's that's the reason. So you have to do a deeper dive, and sometimes it's not that easy to just say, okay, I'm gonna leave. The parallels between your childhood and your attachment style and trauma bonding, the people you keep attracting. So again, for me, I wouldn't ever tell someone to say, and I like it, because I really feel like that's victim blaming, saying I'm doing this because I like it. I'm the reason that this is happening. So I think that one thing you have to say is, I don't like the way this makes me feel. What can I do about it? Because I keep choosing the same thing over and over again. So what can be done? And that's just me. Just
Absolutely.
yeah. Everyone has their own different coaching style. But also what you can do is judge the relationship on here and now. What's going on right now? Look at the lies now. Look at the cheating now. Look at how they're making you feel right now. Don't judge it off the rewards in the past. Like, hey, I was getting, you know, this was making me feel good. No, how are you feeling right now?
Yeah.
So judge it off of that. Go from there to here now.
And I want to go to pin the comment. Lauren, you said something really, really good. And I totally, I like that. Lauren said, saying and I like it makes you accountable for staying and accepting the behavior. She also said that's why people don't like to acknowledge it. Yeah, I definitely, I feel you on that, because that also goes into the teachings that I go with and everything. Like, we all have different teaching techniques. Like Coach say, you know, for his people, he don't recommend different things. Everybody recommends different things, but it's definitely an accountability thing to say, and to like get an understanding, because the truth is you don't like it. It's hurting you. You want different. You want to change. So I do know for me sometimes there has been times where I've had to repeat what I've said out loud, no matter what it may be, and then, you know, somebody be like, did you hear what you just said? And it's like, oh yeah, you're right. That didn't make any sense. I have to fix that and correct that. So yeah, I like that. I definitely pinned that comment. Lauren, you was on your Raquel stuff. Last week it was Raquel, now this week is you. Go ahead, Lauren Ayala. And give me a thumbs up. Let me know you right here. Go ahead, Coach.
Oh yeah, but I just think like when you list those things, it'll look a lot less like love, and then you'll be aware like, hey, this is abuse. It's not making me feel well. You know, I don't feel safe in this relationship and things like that.
Okay.
So and also like if you can't do it on your own, seek therapy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if you were raised like this and you don't know anything else, then it's not going to be easy to change. So seek a professional.
And I would say meditate. Y'all know I'm big on meditation. I would say meditation, you know, work on yourself, read a book, write down some goals, things that you want to achieve. What did you say, Coach? The pandemic is the perfect time to do self-reflection and really get to know self and have an understanding and do a self-autopsy.
Absolutely, yeah.
Get to know yourself, as Coach say.
Get to know yourself.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Get to know yourself. And you may realize that it's some things that you've tolerated where you're like, yo, I no longer want to deal with this, and you are not going to use my love for you to make me use it as a crutch to sit here and deal with some things that I don't want to deal with. Actions to me speaks louder than words, and sometimes it is very hard for us to even see that. You know what I mean? Because it's the trauma bonding. You know, like the people earlier in the relationship, she's about to get proposed to, but he wants her to change the religion. She may end up doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's just the sacrifices that you make in the name of love. And then it's like, so is it true that love is blind? No? Do you think so?
No, I think chemistry can be blinding.
Oh, Coach said chemistry's blinding. Really, explain that. How is chemistry?
Again, the
blinding?
chemistry, what you feel like you think is love is just the chemistry, and it's just that familiar chaos.
Yes.
So that could be blinding, falling too deep too soon. It gets you in trouble.
Yeah. And you know what I say? You're supposed to have 4 things in a relationship. You know, compatibility, commitment, admiration, and chemistry. So those are the 4 things I like to look at. It's like, okay, you know, I like the admiration. This is cool. This is cute. You know, you like me. I like you. Are we compatible? Are we compatible?
Mm-hmm.
The chemistry. Can we talk and have conversation? Is the sex good? What's the vibe? And commitment. Could I really commit to this person? You know, ask yourself those 4 questions and let me know. You understand? Because I've come across people where I got about 2 of them, but I know, yeah, because I don't have all 4, this is going to be a waste of time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you kind of got your list. That's like something that you measure people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like that. I think it's good to have your
You
list.
first.
Absolutely.
For
No,
real.
I agree with a lot of stuff you say.
I want to hear usually y'all here up here talking about me. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree with a lot of stuff you say. You know, we very spiritual people.
Yeah.
It's about putting that good energy out there.
And Coach,
then
I
you're
love you.
attracted
I love you, Coach.
Oh, I love
you know
you
what I'm
too.
saying? Even though he be fucking shady
I
sometimes.
don't.
You know, Coach is really a sweet guy outside of his coachness. Like, no. But I love you, Coach. Y'all know what I tell him. He's just so almond-y. He's just so almond-y.
I love you too, and thank you for always inviting me back.
If I was a man, I'd date
appreciate
you.
Oh,
Okay?
that's
I don't know though, because he's a little bougie. I might have to meet his
No.
criteria.
Well, we all should have criteria though. That's kind of like your 4
My
things
4
that you
things,
need. Yeah,
okay.
you all should have that. Like, I think if you don't have that, then you are on automatic pilot. And when you're on automatic pilot, when the universe blows your way, you can't get upset. You weren't intentional.
You weren't intentional. You heard the audience say, as he feeds his face. He come and eat up all my snacks.
Hey y'all.
Go ahead, Coach.
That's pretty much it for like love bombing. But just definitely have your list, know what you want, you know. But if you feel like you in a situation like love bombing, maybe seek that professional help to help you get out of that cycle. Yeah.
And you know, you guys, walking away isn't always easy, but you know, as I say, things are only as hard as we make them. Sometimes it's hard for us to take our own advice, because even when you're in it and you're going through it, it's the emotions that control it, that makes you say, I can't do this, I need to stay, I need to go back, I need to feel complete, I need to go back and get what I think somebody walked away. You just say somebody walked away with all my stuff, I need to go back and get it. And it's just like sometimes, you know, we have to pay attention to just look at who, we were talking about religion, whomever or whatever you may believe in. It may be okay, it may be good, but sometimes that is the universe or divine intervention maybe showing up to show you why you no longer need or should stay in the situation or go back to it. And if ever you need to question yourself, y'all are saying that, paint yourself up like a clown. Every time he or she apologizes and say they changed, and put the big red nose on and take a picture and add underneath it, I'm on my way to Bay House because he said he changed. Because you're going to look like a clown if he hasn't changed anything. you know what I mean? Like, let's get it together here, okay? So just do that. You know, hold yourself accountable. What Coach said last week, being single is not a disease.
Absolutely.
Having standards is not a disease. Knowing your deal breakers and what you want is not a what?
Disease.
Period.
No, you should know that, yeah.
You should. You know what I'm saying? You just got to do better. Once you do better, you'll get better. You'll attract better. He said, boo-boo fool. I don't know about y'all, but I'm sick of boo-boo fools trying to come around here and talk to me. Hey! But they all, you sick of boo-boo fool kind of come around here and talk to me. You know, sometimes block them. You know, we allow a lot of things and bring some things on ourselves, Coach, that we really could have avoided if we would just what? Paid attention. Because crazy cannot hide in the closet.
Longer than 10 minutes.
Okay?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So tell the people about you before we get out of here, you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you. We were very on time today with everything. You know, go ahead, Coach.
Y'all can follow me, Coach Nicklove, on Facebook, Instagram. Also, check out my group, Dating Made Simple with Coach Nicklove, on Facebook. And check out my website, CoachNicklove.com.
Yes, you guys. Oh, yeah, you're right, Lauren. Walking away sometimes can be the hardest thing for some people, and it is. And I'm telling you guys, if ever you feel like you can't walk away from a situation, just click on Miss Vibrations. I had no choice but to walk away from a 17-year relationship. And I will tell you that in everything, despite it all, life has been good. Everything is great. I sleep good at night. And that was the biggest release that I did for myself. So, you know, you change your thoughts and you will change your you change your thoughts and you will change your universe and everything that goes along with it. And, you know, just become better, do better, you'll know better, and all these things like that. You know, sharing is caring. Get out of your own way. Set some rules and some goals. And on that note, life is one big classroom again, and we're all here to learn from each other and teach each other a lesson and an experience. Pay attention, because somebody probably tried to walk away with all your stuff. And if they do, you just say, because it's the end of the year, Merry Christmas, nigga, because that's all I got. See you next week, guys.